Happy Tech tuning in 21. I'm Chris Bettis from Fluent Mortgage and your NAM Tech Chair this year, Tech Fluently. All right, guys. You've maybe never considered doing this before, right? Taking LenderPrice and having it accurately show APR, having it accurately show cost to borrow, cash to close. So if you're only thinking of your pricing engine historically as a you forward-facing pricer, you don't need to take the time. But if you're trying to go digital end-to-end like me, if you want to do more volume or you want to do the same volume in less time, we're going to try and let the system do it, right? Automation, the ecosystem, L3, like that's everything. That's tuning in 21. So to get your closing costs, literally all consumers care about, payment per month and cash to close. And if you guys could reach out, it's still glitching. We still have mortgage insurance for VA. So I know it's embarrassing. Please, LenderPrice. I know you guys are insanely busy, but we got to get that off there. So anyway, focusing on the positive, right? Shocking, pretty, customized. Of course, with the scenario we have is 760 FICO score, purchase, 400 purchase, $400,000 loan amount in VA. Clearly with 100% financing, we're not going conventional 30 or 15, right? So we're looking at an VA 30 or 15. So this is what we're facing. This is literally on the website. So we can get our APRs to fire. How is that happening on the lower APRs? And actual cash to close. Okay, I'm glad you asked. Here's how you do it. So get into LenderPrice. 3 bars upper left, closing cost settings. And this is where you're going to start tailoring. So I've already made mine. We'll jump in here. You can edit Fluent custom for us. Then we jump down in. So I'll say that really fast, easier to see for you. I already have my name. We select the template. And then you just start working through any of the fees that are your fees, right? Not the lender's fees. Because like as an example, this underwriting fee is going to come in automatically because we have a smart system, right? Because it automatically knows that we're using, as an example, Freedom Mortgage. $9.15, for example, for our underwriting fee in this case, VA purchase. Put in your stuff, right? So my credit report, $32.50 as an example. Tax service fee, flood cert, recording fees, title insurance. And this can get super crazy granular too, which is awesome. Whether it's an APR fee or not, of course. In your customs, literally, you can have tables. So instead of title insurance, where I know the average on the rates for all that I have, you literally can delineate it down to by dollar amount to dollar amount to dollar amount, like some of your charts are. So if you want to go that exact and that linear, feel free. Since it's a purchase, we're just following TRID guidelines. We're saying 15 days of interest. And here's where you get to do all your custom tables. So what's cool is you could literally build this out for lender, scenario, whatever you want to do. And so for me, I have a VA purchase, I have a VA IRL, I have a VA cash out, and I have a conventional purchase at this time, all built. So custom tables, this is really where the power comes in. And if you can see, just like LendingPad, it's smart, it's rules based, right? So in this case, let's look at a VA purchase as an example. I have it delineated right here in terms of what all needs to be done. It's a primary residence, it's a VA loan. I'm only looking in Oregon. If you're in multiple states, you know you're gonna have different pricing engines, so you can pick which states you want. This, in this case, I did it as a purchase, fixed rate, and here is all my qualifiers. Or exempt properties, either or, and then what your terms are. So literally, you get to build out that. Also, you can build out through up here on your table, all your fees. So in this case, I know the stuff I'm gonna pick up on a purchase, right? In my case, it's an extra $100 for recording, as an example. IRL versus purchase. I'm gonna have no appraisal fee versus $775 in my case. If it's manufactured, we add an extra $50 for that. You know what I mean? Just, it's smart, it just builds it out. So automatically, the second they do the pricing engine, your fees are proper. Everything's proper. It has the cash to close. Minus, of course, your escrows, which people can have or not have in there. in their loan. So that's how you go through and first. This is how you program it in. You make all your fees. You make your closing costs, right? So make sure you save. All right, so we're gonna come back here, and then you're gonna go from set or closing costs where we were, then you're gonna go back to pricing. All right, so quick freebie for you, in case you didn't know. This is how you set your defaults. Once you do one, you simply click that as your default. VA purchase is my default. Let's say hypothetically you want to search consistently at 740. You just hit your favorite button again, and if you see this hourglass, if you click it, it now reverts to current settings. I don't want to. I like my standard 760 for top tier pricing, as you can see. We'll just grab that in case. All right, back to APR, back to closing costs, right? So you can see right here, look, it's starting to apply them. Why did you do that already? Oh, there it is. So here's the key. So let's get rid of it because my settings had it in there. So here's the stock way, right? So it builds in the APR just because it sees a little cost for that rate. Otherwise, cash to close is based solely on rebate. Again, fine for your pricer, not we want to see here, right? Client doesn't want to see, oh my gosh, this loan is only going to cost me $136. Not true. With closing costs minus prepaids, it's $32.81. That's what they want to know, right? So we already built it out. Remember, closing cost settings, we go there, then we come back to pricing. Then we come to this, closing costs. So make sure you pick the one you just created. It pulls in all your fees, include in the search. Then it's going to actually appropriate it and apply it to your pricing engine. Did you see that? All of a sudden now we're getting a slightly different APR, right? And there's so much rebate or credit here. It's pulling in slightly. You can see down, but instead of like $126, now we're getting accurate fees. Now it's going to price appropriately. Okay, so your engine's firing that way. And you don't have to show it that way, right? I personally like to see it both ways. I can already see over here whether I have rebate or not, and then actual cost to borrower. So it makes it really quick for my processor who uses this when he's jumping in, looking for where to go. Cash to close, right? That's all they care about. They're not thinking about this. It's cash to close, cash to close, cash to close. Now, more importantly though, to the get my rate, to the L3, the integration, the final piece, right? We built it for you, we built it for your processor. Now, how do we let that show for the consumer, for the client, for our borrowers? Okay, go into your mini pricer, update with current pricing and details. Boom, that's the key. The second you do that, it just says basically turn on pricing for this specific one. Okay, let's price the campaign really fast. Fine, it's being weird, doesn't matter. Let's preview it really quick. Preview. Oh, again, reminder, here's where you grab to actually throw in the script or the code for L3 for your website. And then here's the old school mini pricer, but the exact same thing. We can see that it's now pulling in interest rates, APRs if it's below, and then cash to close. So that's it, guys. I mean, super, 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 super cool. So let's go back here. Let's go out of this one. Again, real quick steps for you. Closing cost settings. Set it, save it, right? Then you come here, then closing costs here, pick the default, make sure it's saved, make sure it shows in the search, done, fine. Pricing, and then finally, the share your price, the mini pricer. Update, you can preview, check, sick, grab your script, right? But here's why we're doing it. This is why we're doing it. We're doing it because we want our borrower end-to-end facing portal to say, hey, purchased 760 plus, VA, 400, 0 down, right, go. I want to know cash to close a monthly payment. Again, the mortgage insurance is going to come off. The next iteration, homeowners insurance will be editable. Property taxes won't just go off standard millage. I know some states that works. Oregon it doesn't, but it's fine, perfect. And so as soon as this one little blip is fixed, Cash to close is dialed, done, right? APR rate, compliant. You just show details. There's the actual breakdown of total costs. Man, and this is literally how I present. I literally use this with my clients. I literally take them to my website. We literally pull up rates together. We jump in here. I have them do the drop down. I'm like, okay, do you want to come in with $3,300 plus escrows, if there's escrows, but we can tailor here and we know what they are about. Or like yesterday, somebody's like, nah, I want nothing down. Zero money. I'm a veteran. I want to leverage it. This rates are so low. I don't care about the difference in payment of only $131 a month. I'd rather save $10,000. And that's the average amount somebody does to improve their home, right? 10 grand. So there's my washer, my dryer, everything possible that I need for the improvements on that property initially. We got you. Just in rebate on that loan. So, Chris from Fluent Mortgage. This was Tech Tuning 21. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Most of all, don't forget to tune your tech. We'll see you next week.